guys, so this is going to be a video about how I grew my hair so long so fast. I have a list of things that I particularly do in my regimen that allows me to see optimal length. If you've seen my mini chop video, which was last February 2016, which was about 9 months ago, my hair was shoulder length. I cut my hair into a blunt cut of shoulder length, and it has grown a lot since then.
Play down, call me on my blood. Ballin' bigger than LeBron.
The first thing that I do is I trim often. I trim every 3 months, and what's funny is that when people ask me how I grow my hair so long, the first answer is I trim my hair a lot. I find a big issue with people in general is that they don't trim their hair often enough. They wait 6 months, they wait 8 months, they wait a year to trim their hair, and what happens is when they trim their hair in 6 months or a year, they end up having to trim more off. They have to trim off 1 inch, they have to trim off 3 inches, they have to trim up all this length, which is pretty much the majority of their length from that year. You only grow about 6 inches a year on average. I personally grow 6 inches a year, so by waiting six months and taking off 1 inch, and then waiting another 6 months and taking off another inch, that's 2 inches. I'm only gaining 4 inches for the year. That's not like, I mean, it's a good amount of growth, but it's not as good as like it would be if we were to trim more often. By micro trimming or dusting more often, you actually end up in the long run losing less length because you're trimming off less. If you do the math, and you know, I'm an OCD person. I don't, you know, a lot of people aren't as OCD as I am, but when it comes to like certain things, I like order and structure, and I have my whole regimen down to the T. I lose only 1 inch a year by trimming alone, and that's by micro trimming, okay? So let's just say it's February, right? February 2016. My hair is 9 inches long. This is the truth. My hair was 9 inches long last year. And so February, March, April, May. 3 months has gone by. By May, I should have gained 1.5 inches. So that is what, 10.5 inches? If I take off 1/4 of an inch, which is 0.25 of an inch, my hair will then be 10.25 inches long, right? Okay, so May. June, it should be 10.75. July, it should be 11.25. August, it should be, this is now month 3. Again, it should be 11.75, okay? Now, at the 3-month mark in August, it's 11.75. If I take off 1/4 of an inch again, now it's 11.5 inches, okay? August, 11.5. September, 12 inches. October, 12.5 inches. November, 13 inches. And you take off 1/4 of an inch, you now are at 12.75, all right? Right? So now that's November. December, 13.25. January, 13.75. February, 14.25. You take off 1/4 of an inch, 14 inches. You have gained 5 inches in a whole year with dusting. You have to trim your hair. It's inevitable. You can't just not trim your hair and think that your hair is going to be thick, healthy, and have a nice shape to it. Like, you just have to trim your hair. Girls that don't trim their hair and just go ahead and like say I've never trimmed my hair, that you would see like, okay, they might have long hair, but it's thin in some spots, it's uneven in others, it's scraggly, it's not healthy, and it's not ideal to grow long hair. Personally, for me, I like a shape. I like having a blunt hairline. If you look at my hair, I don't know if you can see the entire bottom. My hair is pretty blunt, okay? Except for the front, which actually grows probably a little bit slower than the back. I had to like end up creating a layer with it. But with the back, my back is in the shape. It's a blunt straight across shape. Okay? So unless you rather just have the scribble lines, then I suggest that you micro trim. Every 3 months you take 1/4 of an inch off. It's nothing. And like honestly, sometimes when I do it, I'm like thinking, oh, I don't need anything, because my hair in 3 months still looks like this. It's still really healthy, and I look at it and I'm like, I don't need to trim anything. But do it anyway, because you're maintaining your ends, and that's what's important. Like maintaining your ends. Don't wait for you to get split ends to start trimming your hair. maintain your ends. Okay, now number 2. I only use natural products, okay? So when my hair isn't in a straight style, it's its natural state and I'm doing natural styles, I only use natural products. So a main one is I use Shea Moisture shampoos, Shea Moisture deep conditioners, Shea Moisture creams. I also use Camille Rose, which is a good natural line. It only has natural products in it. I use Eco Styler Gel, which is a gel that doesn't have alcohol in it. And I have my own shea butter mix, which I have a video on, where it's a mix between shea butter, coconut oil, castor oil, peppermint oil, tea tree oil. It has all these great oils that are good for the scalp and good for the shafts of your hair. And I use these products religiously. I never steer sideways. The only product that I use that's not natural is Aussie Moist, because Aussie Moist is just a miracle worker when it comes to detangling. It has some silicones in it, and that's why I now use the sulfate-free shampoo instead of co-washing now. I was co-washing all summer, but as of now I've been only been just washing my hair with the sulfate-free shampoo, because the detangling effects of Aussie Moist is just a miracle worker. Hold on one second. Okay, number 3, deep conditioning. I deep condition my hair every time I wash it. So whether I co-wash it or I shampoo it, I deep condition my hair. What I do is this is for me, and I've gotten the most optimal moisture from doing this method, is I wash my hair, I put my Aussie Moist to detangle my hair, I leave the Aussie Moist in, I put the deep conditioner on top of the Aussie Moist, I work it through, I section my hair into 2 sections. I section it into a front section and I section it into a back section, and I loop it into, so I have a bun here and a bun here. Then I put my shower cap on, and usually I leave my deep conditioner overnight, but as of late I've been just sitting under my hooded dryer for an hour and letting it deep condition, and then I go ahead and style my hair. I don't even wait, and I leave the deep conditioner in my hair. I do not wash it out. The stuff that you get from Shea Moisture is too rich to be washed out, okay? So I leave it in, and I just continue to style my hair. I add more products in later and style and everything, and it works out, it's fine. So that is what I do every single week, and doing that has gotten my hair super moisturized and my hair doesn't break, because that's another thing that leads to breakage before you even get a chance to trim, is not having the greatest moisture in your hair. If you have a good amount of moisture in your hair, you shouldn't see any breakage, you shouldn't see any dryness. Number 4 is, leading into number 4, keep the hair moisturized. Do the LOC method, or the LCO method. If you've never heard of this method, you might want to look it up. The LOC method stands for liquid oil cream, okay? The LCO is the same thing, but it's just in a different order. So it's liquid cream oil. I preferably do the liquid cream oil because it makes more sense. You only use, people have this common misconception that oil will moisturize your hair. Just put some oil on it, it'll moisturize your hair, you'll moisturize your scalp. Oil is not a moisturizer, guys, okay? Moisture is water, alright? So that means anything with water in it. Creams, leave-ins, conditioners, stuff like that. So the leave-in, the L stands for leave-in. So my deep conditioner is my leave-in. I always leave in my deep conditioner. That's my leave-in, okay? And then the C, or the C, is the cream. And I put the cream in my hair, cream would be this. So whether it be the curl enhancing smoothie or Camille Rose Naturals, whatever comes first. If I'm doing a wash and go, I use the curl enhancing smoothie, and if I'm doing a twist out, I use the twisting butter from Camille Rose. I put that in on top of my leave-in, and then I use my oil. So the oil could be anything. It could be coconut oil, olive oil, castor oil. I have a shea butter mix, my whole shea butter mix. I'll show it to you. I have it in a jar. So it's a mix of my different oils, and I put that on top. That immediately locks in the moisture. That's what oil is for. Oil is to lock in the moisture into your hair. So whatever liquid and cream that you put in your hair that has the water in it, that penetrates your shaft and keeps everything moisturized, if you don't put oil on top, it will dry out. And then your hair will it's not moisturized. The oil keeps that moisture locked in. And that's why it's called the LOC method. Hey. Number 5, minimize heat, okay? So because my hair is now back to, this is the length my hair was like, this is like my main length. I call it my main length. 12 inches to 13 inches of hair is like my main length. When I say that, I mean since all of high school, all of college, I've had this length of hair. This is like the length that my hair has grown to, and it would always stop at this length because whatever practice I was doing, it would just like stop at this length. My goal is to get it past this length. If I could get it to 14 inches, I would be like hallelujah, because that would be the longest I've ever grown my hair to as an adult. I like to see my length. I want to be able to see it. I want to be able to enjoy it, but you have to be careful about heat, because heat can also really damage your hair, damage your curl pattern, and that's what I had issues with in the past. I used to have like a looser curl pattern like in high school and college, and it's because I used heat more often and I used it in unsafe ways. So what I do now, my schedule now that my hair is back to the main length that it's been at, I want to be able to see the length that it's at. I want to be able to see the length. I want to be able to enjoy the length. So in the winter months when it's cold, I decided I'm going to straighten my hair once a month, okay? So October, I like to straighten my hair on the 9th of every month. I like to do everything on the 9th because when I big top my hair, I did it June 9th. So the 9th is like my first of the month for me. So October 9th, I straightened my hair for the first time since for beginning of fall, okay? Get a trim, I straighten my hair, I get a trim, and then in November 9th, I do it again. I straighten my hair, okay? Between those times, I have 2 weeks to not straighten my hair. I could do a style where I do a twist out, or a twist and curl, or a braid out, or a braid and curl, or a brush and go, whatever I want to do that's very moisturizing to my hair. And then for the next month of November, I do a straight hairstyle. Same thing again. When the straight hairstyle is over in 2 weeks, I go ahead and do a curly natural style, like a twist out, braid out, wash and go, whatever, for another 2 weeks. So I'm alternating basically. I wear my hair I straighten my hair one time. I don't straighten my hair ever more than once. And that one time after I wash my hair, I straighten it one time, wear it for 2 weeks, never straighten again those entire 2 weeks, and then I wash it, wear my hair, and I twist out for 1 week, wash it, wear my hair, and I twist out for another week, wash it, then straighten my hair again, and don't straighten it again for 2 weeks. That's kind of like the method I'm doing at this point. And the reason why I know this method can work is because I watched the Glam Twins, and if you watch the Glam Twins here on YouTube, their hair is to their butt. Their hair is literally at tailbone length, and they do not have heat damage anymore. They've learned a way to wear their hair straight more often without worrying about heat damage. So that's kind of where I got it from. They wear their hair straight more than I do, meaning, and they straighten their hair and they put heat on their hair more than I do. So I know I can get away with this. They straighten their hair, let's say on the 1st of October, wear it straight to October 14th, which is 2 weeks. On the 7th day of October, which is a whole week, they might do a curling style. So they'll like put a curling on and turn their hair, wear in a straight curled look. And then on the 14th, they'll wash it, wear a wash and go for a week to the 21st, and then straighten it again for another 2 weeks. They only leave 1 week to wear a curly style, whereas I'm leaving 2 weeks to wear a curly style, if this makes sense. So yeah, so this is what I'm going to do this is what I do from October to April. And once April ends, it's like back to starting to be hot again, and there's more moisture in the air, and it's raining and all that stuff. I'm not going to straighten my hair in the summertime. The only time I'm going to straighten my hair in the summertime is to do a trim in July, because that's my 3-month mark to do a trim. My first method of keeping my hair long and healthy. So yeah, so the summer months is all for natural styles, no straightening except one time just to trim, and it's not really even to wear it straight. It's mostly, and I don't have to get it as straight as I would like in the winter just for like looks, because I'm really just trying to trim my hair. And then in the winter for looks, once a month I will straighten it. And when I straighten my hair, I blow it out very well. What I've learned is blowing it out is what's going to be the foundation for having a good flat iron style. My friend had told me, your hair looks so much straighter than normal. Like, did you do something different? Yes. I blow dry my hair in smaller sections, like 1-inch sections. I would blow dry my hair instead of doing big chunks. And then when I do the flat iron process, I only keep it on 400. No higher than 400. Sometimes a 380 if I'm in the mood for like a thicker look, but 400 for like this kind of look. And then I use very small sections. Like, let's say the front, if I'm flat ironing the front of my hair, like this small. This is how small, and then I go through it. And I only pass it twice. So pass it one full time, go back, pass it one more full time. That's it, and I get this straight look. So yeah, that is like not no heat, but minimalized heat. Low manipulation, okay? I only do my hair once a week, if that. So when I'm doing my natural hairstyles, I only wash my hair and comb my hair once a week, okay? So if I'm doing a twist out, the wash day, let's say it's Sunday, I wash my hair, I deep condition it, I put it in the twist style I'm looking for, detangle it, put it in the twist style I'm looking for. Monday morning, it's dry, I take it out, I pick it out. I only pineapple it at night. The next morning, I take my pineapple out, I shake it out, I fluff it out, I pick it out a little bit. That's it. I do that every day for the week until the following Sunday. I don't detangle my hair, I don't change up the look, I don't do anything during the week. I wash my hair once a week, I comb it, like detangle it once a week, and then of course when I'm straightening it, when it's straight, it's easier to tangle. It's like I just glide my fingers through it, so it's not like I'm stressing it. And then I'm wearing it like this for 2 weeks, so it's good, it's fine. So the last one is natural styles. I mean, it's kind of like all goes into each other. I only do twist outs. I used to do wash and goes, which I mean you could do because I used to really moisturize them a lot, so it's cool to do wash and goes, but I don't know. I like the way my twist outs look. My hair is not uniform. My front is like really wavy, and then my back is like really curly, and then the top is really frizzy. So I have too many different textures that like get on my nerves. So what I have to do is twist outs to keep them. It really locks in the moisture, keeps them moisturized, and it keeps my hair uniformed and big and like fluffy, and I love the way it looks. So try some natural styles. I plan on doing more like cornrow and like braiding and twist type styles when summer comes this year. Once like May hits, I'm gonna start doing some Senegalese twists. I'm gonna start doing some like individual braids. By the way, by the summertime my hair is gonna be really long. My hair is probably gonna be like mid back length by then. Still doing that dusting method, so I'm gonna have longer hair by the time summer comes. So I will be doing more like twist styles, braids with my real hair, beads. Like I really want to do some like exotic type, like beaded, like Afrocentric, like native, indigenous type styles. So when summer comes, so yeah, stuff like that is always really good for your hair because you're not bothering it. It's protected. It's like moisturized and holding in that moisture and all of that. So yeah, natural styles are always really good for to help me grow my hair long. But yeah, so those are my tips on how I have got my hair to grow so fast, so long. These are my tips on how I get to grow my hair so long, so fast. But yeah, it's no magic. I don't take supplements. I just try to eat healthy. I try to eat my spinach, you know. I don't like do anything crazy to help grow my hair long. The inversion method, as you saw, didn't work for me, so it's not like I'm doing anything special. There's just some techniques and routines and regimens that I do to maintain my hair so that I can grow long and yeah, retain the length that I am growing out instead of losing it and breaking it and all that. So I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.